Hello, hello. We have a new album release from Joji. Joji is one of my favorite artists. So, naturally, I feel like I should be doing a reaction to his new album, Smithereens. The only expectation I have for this record is to hear an even more refined sound from Joji. His In Tongues EP was definitely rough around the edges sonically, but I feel like that added to the character of that project. Ballads 1 I thought had a distinct grittiness to it, but I thought that made the album that much more unique. And then Nectar of the three definitely sounds the most refined, the most sleek, and definitely has some of Joji's cleanest production up to this point. So let's get into it with Smithereens. So first song we have is Glimpse of Us, but we've all heard it by now. I don't need to react to it again. I, of course, believe it's a beautiful song, easily in my top 5 songs this year. We're gonna go ahead to the second song. And this one is Feeling Like the End.
Too many things we did together. You used to promise me it would be forever. Too many things we did together. You used to promise me it would be forever. Feeling like the end, don't think it will get better, baby. Please calm down so we can get up. I've waited too long to get your voice out of my head. Out of my head. Too many things we did together. You used to promise me it would be forever. Feeling like the end, don't think it will get better, baby.
Man, that line on the hook, too many things we did together, you used to promise me we'd be forever. Oh man. Yeah, can definitely think of moments relating to that personally. A real short one though, less than 2 minutes. If that's him playing for replay value, sure. He has also mentioned though, and this obviously isn't the first time he's done this, that he prefers shorter songs because they last longer. I get what he's saying though, but I would like a longer song, obviously. A very nice start though. Let's go ahead and hop into the next one, which is Die For You. Nothing to do with Valorant at all.
Not the same without your head on my shoulders. Growing pains, but I don't wanna get older. Didn't know that the party was over. And it's true that I need you here closer. I heard that you're happy without me, and I hope it's true. It kills me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know.
Wonderful moment to drop the title. This synth makes me feel so nostalgic. This instrumental is like a lullaby. It's so lovely.
I heard that you're happy without me, and I hope it's true.
Oh man.
'Cause I die for you.
Definitely enjoyed that one a lot. Die For You, I think, is actually more about the joy of being in a relationship. To me, this doesn't sound sad. It sounds very whimsical. And just hearing the lyrics off rip, I don't think it's a sad song. It's meant to make you feel sweet. And that's definitely what I felt. Future me here interrupting. On second listen for this song, I was wrong. When I first heard it, I was so enthralled with the instrumental, I didn't catch this line at the beginning of the chorus. I heard that you're happy without me. I hope that it's true. That line alone, I think, defines being a hopeless romantic. It's Joji literally saying, you're better off without me, you don't need me. That's so tragically beautiful, and I had to mention it. Back to my reaction. Right, and next we have Before the Day is Over.
I don't know what you wanna hear. Things changing course, smiles fade to grin. I know it won't be long. I know you're almost gone. Hold on. I know you're almost gone.
Are those string plucks in the background? It is. Very nice.
Let me in. Just let me in.
So another, I think, heartwarming ballad there. This one I feel like has a more slow dance feel to it. I feel like maybe Joji binged a bunch of classic Disney films before he recorded this one, and this is what we got. Right, next song here is Knight Rider. Okay, so leaning more towards, I think, a Ballads 1 sound on that one. I can't really take that I'm Too Precious ad-lib seriously, though. I can just imagine Joji in the booth going, I'm too precious. I do think the name is fitting, Knight Rider. I can definitely imagine listening to this, going 60 down the freeway. Not too sure I'll be coming back to that one, but if it comes on shuffle, I don't think I'll hit skip either. Next is Blah Blah Blah, a demo.
I can make you feel it closer, baby, one more time. I can make you feel it closer, baby, one more time.
Wow. He hasn't done an interruptive drop like that in a while. Not since Ballads 1. That was quite literally a Ballads 1 song. Yeah, I don't feel like I have too much more to say about this one. I will say though, we're nearing the end of this album, and as far as instrumental goes, we're still in the very minimalist trap beats, lone vocal with a lot of reverb territory. I was hoping for more variety at this point. The next song here is Yukon, which we have heard already. I feel like this is a better late night drive song than Knight Rider. I like this one a lot too, but this being an interlude to me would entail that there's a whole other half of the album after this, but there isn't. We have one more song, and that is 1 a.m. Freestyle. Okay, and with that concludes Smithereens. The last lyric of this album being I don't want to be alone definitely feels very haunting, but now I want to talk about the project as a whole. There's a lot of epic harmonization throughout this project, lots of piano as well. This is definitely an album of ballads to the point where I think this should have been called Ballads 2. It's much less grand in scope in comparison to Nectar, not just sonically, but also in tracklist, seeing as it's about cut in half. My immediate reaction is I wish there was more variety in the instrumentals, specifically in the later half of the record. I think it gets a bit too formulaic. That's something that I do think his past projects has suffered. They have a very strong front half, but start to die down towards the back half. If I weren't looking at the song names right now, I would have forgotten them by now. But Knight Rider, Blah Blah Blah, and 1 a.m. Freestyle, I think all kind of blend together. 1 a.m. Freestyle could perhaps be a description of how he made this project. This was all freestyled at 1 a.m. He thought, haven't dropped something in 2 years. Let me hash something out in one night. Not to at all say that I think this feels rushed, but I think there could have been a lot more. I wasn't at all expecting another 17-track monster like Nectar. I definitely appreciate the tighter track list, but I also feel like that should lend itself to more creativity. When you have fewer songs, I feel like that encourages each of them to be unique in some way. Unique as in using other kinds of instrumentation. For example, when I picked on the string plucking in Before the Day Is Over, that was wonderful. I loved hearing that. And it's not something I hear often in most pop music nowadays. Again, I feel like the first half of this is really strong, and towards the second half, I kind of tune out. As much as Joji has been known for making despairing, sad music, I feel like he channeled most of that energy in Glimpse of Us, as if he kind of wanted to get that energy out of the way, as in despair and regret isn't the only thing that this record gives you. And I feel like Joji doesn't want that to be the only thing this record gives you. There's a lot more emotions here and layers that I'm simply not picking up on right away, but I'm sure I will with more listens. In general, though, I am pretty happy with this project. I just wish that it was a bit longer by 2 or 3 songs, and I wish the later half had more variety. All that said, it's great to hear more music from Joji, and I await the day he comes to do a show here in Arizona. But those are my first impressions of Smithereens. Let me know yours, and thanks for watching.